ancient Egyptians كانوا بيقولوا دعاء حلو قوي بحب أقوله على طول. يا رب تجعل روحي حرة تذهب إلى كل مكان تحبه. Just asking God to allow our souls to be free and to travel to every place it loves. كتير بيقولوا إنه الفراعنة used to believe in different gods or whatever, but actually through the studies مع my mom اتعلمنا حاجات كتيرة قوي، وواحدة منهم كانت إن هما they believe in one God. حتى مكتوب بالهيروغليفكس وعو الواحد الأحد. Just brought so much light to my heart عشان أنا حاسة أنا كمصرية I have a lot of the power and DNA of the ancient Egyptians in my heart. وأنا as an artist I never intended إن أنا paint عن الفراعنة. بس when I studied their healing methods إزاي كانوا بيصلوا، إزاي they used to meditate، إزاي they used to say a lot of affirmations، حاجات كتيرة قوي هي دخلت بطريقة مش مباشرة through my art. The Garden of Isis is very special. Isis as a figure, she's the energy of love and intuition. She's the guardian mother. فده طبعا resembles so much with my mom يعني الله يرحمها. مش قادرة أقول إن دي collection of paintings وخلاص، هي دي an experience. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of different emotions. The energy of Isis with her love and intuition and just this figure of light brought so much light to my work, alhamdulillah. The depth of the sadness brought light in a way. I know it sounds strange, but there's so much power in grief or in sadness because it breaks you. So when you break open, so much comes out. I'm an absolute lover of watching the sunrise. I cannot explain what it does to my heart. I feel like my heart rises while the sun rises. يعني بحب أصحى بدري مخصوص to watch the sunrise. And this started before I studied about the ancient Egyptians. I can just sit for 2 hours, you know, before the sun rises and just watch the sun as it rises. حتى كنت دايما أقول God's palette of colors is just so inspiring. Like the colors of the sky at dawn before rise, it's unbelievable. And then realizing that this was a huge practice عند الفراعنة. To watch the sunrise and to watch the sunset was something so important in their day because it resembled rise, it resembled power, it resembled hope. My mom كان مهم قوي بالنسبة لها إنه جودو وتمارا يتعلموا a musical instrument. She always told me there's something much bigger than that. It's just a musical instrument. You know, when Judo or Tamara play the piano, for me it makes me travel. Like when I paint, it makes me travel. There's a painting, and this was very scary. I got a vision of a painting. I saw wings عاملة كده and I saw figures. So I put my music on. ما بحبش أفكر قوي لما يجي لي فكرة. And I just put my classical music on. I started painting. And all of a sudden, فعلا من غير ما أخد بالي, I realized that there's 4 figures and they looked quite innocent. And then there's the wings. My mom has 4 children. أنا وريم وطارق وهبة. So استغربت واتخضيت because this feeling of receiving something from something that's much bigger than you, from God, from higher power, from حاجة مش منك as a human, it really does happen. يعني I think a lot of artists and musicians receive their work. As long as you're authentic and in touch with your emotions, you have this open gateway. How do I get inspired? It's, let's say, external and internal. So external is, you know, the typical way of looking through books, other artists' lives, their painting, going out to exhibitions, listening to music. It's awakening your senses in whatever way. So you need to see different things, smell different things. أنا أحط candles وأنا بشتغل إدمان, like, oh my God, like I cannot work without a candle and music. The art itself is an authentic spiritual process. It's not خليني أرسم, you know, nature النهاردة أو خليني أرسم whatever. It's being really, really connected with yourself, being okay to experience all emotions, and this idea of allowing yourself to travel and to shift. Once we put these blocks in our lives, we become rigid, we become numb, we become cold. In some of the paintings بيبقى فيه it looks like a mother hugging a child, and Jude asked me, she's like, Ida, is this a child? Is she being hugged? I said, yeah. And Tamara the other day, she was hugging me قوي قوي, فبقول لها, how does it feel when you're hugging your mom? She said, Mommy, it feels so safe. I said, it's such a cute answer from a 7-year-old. مرة بنتي قالت, I loved her sentence, like my dog wouldn't like get off my lap, and she's like, don't sit here, sit on the earth's lap. I'm like, what did you say? She said, sit on the earth's lap. I'm like, oh my God, like the sentence إنه فعلا like earth as in motherhood, and you, when you sit on the grass, you feel the warmth, you feel the connection, it's your source. This internal inspiration is so powerful. Enoch ba ahu, I'm a bright and radiant soul. Enoch Mary Nib, I love everything. Enoch Anch Imhotep, I live in peace. Enoch Wab Im Session, I am pure like a lotus flower.